hedging against inflation, and preserving wealth long term. Make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel, for exclusive bonus videos. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Try out some G Fuel Energy Formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. And of course, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account. And every month they have a new promo going on. This month's promo is that if you refer 6 friends by the end of the month, they're going to give you $1,000 cash to invest however you'd like. Silver and gold, at the end of the day, are real, true, honest money. Real money in a world full of fake money, aka currency. The dollar bill is, I mean, it's a real thing. The dollar bill exists, but what is the dollar bill? What is it backed by? Well, it was originally backed by real money. The dollar bill was backed by gold. So if you think about it, gold already has that going for it. Currency used to be backed by real money, used to be backed by real gold. And silver, by the way, is what our coins were made out of back in the day. A couple decades ago, things changed. We hopped off of the gold standard, quote unquote, temporarily. Here we are, a couple decades later, still not returned. But we hopped off of the gold standard. And our coins, our dimes, quarters, half dollars, which used to be made out of silver. They used to be silver dimes, silver quarters, silver half dollars. 90% of those coins were made out of silver. Or should I say, or all of them were made out of silver, but each one 90% composed of silver. So our currency used to be backed by real money. The money that we talk about, the silver and the gold, stacking the coins, the rounds, the bars. We used to lean on those for our currency. They're so important. They're so real, they're so valuable that we used to back our currency off of them. We used to make our coins out of them. That's how important they are. I like to believe that when the world started to discover the true value of silver, the intrinsic value of silver and gold, the real honest value of the precious metals, I think we started to realize that 1/14 of a troy ounce of silver, which is what a 90% silver dime is, 1/14 of a troy ounce, probably worth a whole lot more than just 10 cents. So maybe we shouldn't be putting 1/14 of a troy ounce in this little 10-cent piece. Maybe, just maybe, a 1/6 of a troy ounce is worth, which is what a quarter is, a 90% silver quarter, is worth more than 25 cents. Maybe, just maybe, 1/3 of a troy ounce of silver, which is a 90% silver half dollar, is worth more than 50 cents, which is half of a dollar. It's worth so much more than that. I believe that played a massive role in why we stopped using silver to create our coins. And same could be said about gold, by the way. They exceeded the value of what the coins and what the paper dollar bills claimed that they were worth. All of a sudden they were worth more than what they were advertised to be worth, if that makes sense. A little 1/14 of a troy ounce silver coin, silver dime, you look at it and be like, oh, this is, 10 cents worth of silver. Nope, a whole lot more. Had to get the silver out of there, had to get the gold out of there. So moving on, hedging against inflation and using the precious metals, an asset See, assets are better than saved up currency. You want to make as much currency as you could possibly make and put that currency into assets. That's why people buy land. That's why people buy businesses. That's why people buy real estate. That's why people buy metals. That's why people buy shares of companies, some of the biggest companies on the planet, or an index fund, a blend of a bunch of different publicly traded companies. Because those publicly traded companies are assets. They are real, true, honest assets with intrinsic value, with fundamental value. The world cannot survive without a majority of these companies and the products, the services that they have to offer. That's why people buy into stocks and index funds. Real estate. You gotta have real estate. We need land. We need farmland. We need houses. We need buildings. People want their piece of the pie. Why would they not? It's an asset. I would rather have a $500,000 real estate portfolio than $500,000 sitting in a savings account or a checking account with the idea of saving it long term. Because that $500,000, it'll still be $500,000 10, 15, 20, 1,000 years from now. But how much is that $500,000 going to be worth? How much is it going to be able to get me? What am I going to be able to acquire with that $500,000 if I kept it as cash the entire time? The $500,000 real estate portfolio, 10, 15, 1,000 years in the future, is going to be worth a whole lot more than $500,000. So coming around full circle back to silver and gold, I view it in a very, very, very similar way. Not an identical way, but a very similar way. I personally believe that silver and gold stand a far better chance than the dollar bill. Will the dollar bill be around forever? Some people will say absolutely not. I guarantee you will be not. For me personally, I can't say with the utmost conviction because I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a psychic. I can't see the future. I would assume probably not. Will it go away during my lifetime? I don't think so, but you never know. But either way, I'm unsure. I don't know. I have my beliefs, I have my theories, but I don't know for sure. You want to know what I do know for sure? You want to know what I do know for an absolute fact? Silver and gold will still be here. Silver and gold are not going anywhere. They will always exist. Whether they're used for what they're currently used for today, or if they're used for something else in the future, if they're used for more things, if they're used for less things, they will still be here. They will still exist, and they will still have their intrinsic value. Silver and gold are real. They're here to stay. They've been here long before we got here, and they will remain here long after we're gone. Silver and gold, real, true, honest money, real, true, honest assets, constitutionally recognized as money, internationally recognized as money. You can't use your US dollars in every country in the world. You can't use your Canadian dollars in every country in the world. You can't use your Australian dollars in every country in the world. You want to know what you can use no matter where you go? Silver and gold. Internationally recognized as money, in addition to being constitutionally recognized as money. And even more importantly, biblically recognized as money. Silver and gold have been money for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's in the New Testament, it's in the Old Testament. Silver and gold, real money, real, true, honest forms of payment. Silver and gold. So that's the first way I believe silver and gold can help you save money long term, by putting your currency into an asset. A very small asset, but one that you can hold in your hand, one that you can keep in your pocket, one that you can hide under your bed, bury in the backyard, lock up in a safe, or do whatever you want with it. Real, true, honest money, a real, true, honest asset that will always exist and always be needed. You know, the whole world wants to go solar. Oh, solar panels. We need solar panels on every building in the world. Well, guess what's needed to make a solar panel? Silver. Just an example of one of silver's many, many uses. Silver actually has over 10,000 different jobs. Silver is used in over 10,000 different ways. It's the most reflective metal in the world. It's the greatest conductor of both heat and electricity. It's used in batteries. It's used in cars. Gold, another very important metal. Very similar uses. But it's a slightly more flexible metal than silver. Silver is a little bit tougher to bend. Silver is a little bit tougher to scratch the surface of. Silver is more dense of a metal. That's why a lot of gold coins, or a decent amount of gold coins, have a little bit of silver mixed into them, silver and copper, to make them a little bit more dense, a little bit more solid. But the fact that gold is technically a softer metal has its pros as well. A little bit more versatile in certain ways. And another fantastic conductor of both heat and electricity. Coveted everywhere. Recognized as a symbol of wealth and status. Real, true, honest assets. Make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel, for exclusive bonus videos. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Try out some G Fuel Energy Formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. And of course, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account. You could deposit as little as a penny. It still works. It still counts. You still get your up to 12 free fractional shares. And every month they have a new promo going on. This month's promo is that if you refer 6 friends by the end of the month, they're going to give you $1,000 cash to invest however you'd like. First friend gets you $20, second gets you $40, third gets you $60, fourth gets you $100, fifth gets you $300, and the sixth gets you $480 for a grand total of $1,000.